Hello and welcome to this week's West Asia Post with me, Ghadi Francis, our weekly show where we bring you stories from the world's most volatile region. Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. has taken office as the 46th President of the United States. His first day was marked by a flurry of executive orders, from rejoining the Paris Climate Accord to a federal mask mandate. But all eyes are on Biden's foreign policy moves, especially in West Asia. It is expected to be a far departure from that of his predecessor. So what will America's 46th president mean for West Asia?
Trump's foreign policy was erratic, but there is no doubt that his presidency left a huge impact in West Asia.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President-elect of the United States, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. and Dr. Jill Biden.
As Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. enters the White House, West Asian allies are now waiting to see what Biden does in the region. While analysts believe that Biden will shift back to a more conventional foreign policy,
Biden Jr. do solemnly swear. I, Joseph Robinette.
The same one that the region has witnessed over years, experts continue to believe that he will make his presence felt in West Asia. A region that is now on the top of every U.S. president's priorities. U.S.-Iran ties were at their lowest under the Trump regime. Donald Trump withdrew from the Iran nuclear treaty and imposed strict sanctions, crippling Iran's economy. But Joe Biden promises an attempt to breathe new life into the nuclear pact. Biden slammed Trump's withdrawal as a dangerous failure and has often pledged to reverse Trump's withdrawal. But this is only if Iran moves back into compliance with its nuclear obligations. Biden's main aim is to project the United States as a partner whose word can be relied on. But rejoining the Iranian nuclear deal may not be easy. Iran has currently breached the 2015 nuclear deal, enriching uranium at a dangerous level.
This team behind me, they embody my core beliefs that America is strongest when it works with its allies.
At his Senate confirmation hearing, his choice for Secretary of State shed some light on the administration's policy. Antony Blinken signaled that countering Iran would be central to Biden's West Asia agenda.
When it comes to Iran, a couple of things. First, President-elect Biden is committed to the proposition that Iran will not acquire a nuclear weapon. And we share, I know, that goal across this committee.
But Iranians continue to remain optimistic after the Biden inauguration.
The rational enmity and his lack of political understanding on the issues have now been eliminated. At least now we face the new US President Joe Biden, who is aware of international obligations, and we can deal with him.
Under Donald Trump, Saudi Arabia had a long rope. The president overlooked the kingdom's dismal human rights record. The murder of Khashoggi and the war in Yemen did not bother Donald Trump, but under Biden, that could change. And Riyadh realizes this. On the campaign trail, Biden was a fierce critic of Riyadh. He accused the kingdom of murdering innocents in Yemen and hinted at ending U.S. support for the war. This would be a huge blow to the coalition forces,
$1 million, 525,
since they are mostly dependent on American arms. The Democratic Party would love to hold Saudi Arabia accountable for rights violations. But as history has shown, the White House tends to mellow resolve. So the close strategic ties between the two countries will continue. After all, the US-Saudi alliance is the bulwark against Iran in West Asia. But the unconditional support from the White House is likely at an end. This was signaled in the administration's decision to declassify the Khashoggi report. This could mean that the US would officially blame Saudi Arabia for the murder of the Washington Post journalist. Trump Heights, Trump Square, Trump train terminal. Israel isn't shy about honoring Donald Trump. He was widely admired among Israelis for his staunch support of their country.
He was good for Israel. He did nice things for us. He came toward us like any other, not like any other president in the past. We will miss him, but hopefully Biden will be as good for Israel as Trump was.
The US brokered normalization deals between Israel and the United Arab Emirates was seen as a major shift in West Asian policy, strengthening Israel's position in the region. But in the Palestinian territories, no US president was openly reviled as much as Trump.
It is time to officially recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel.
While Biden is unlikely to reverse any of Trump's major Israel policy moves, he has voiced support for restoring support for Palestine. Biden and his team have said that they will restore ties with the Palestinians, reinstating aid and rejecting unilateral decisions on Israel settlements. While Biden may not have to do much to build on Trump's legacy, in West Asia, expectations are high for the 46th US president. Till now, there is no clear indication on what his policy will be. We can be sure of only one fact, that it will be nothing like Donald Trump's. West Asia Bureau, WION World is One.